Welcome to Disney Maleficent movie review. In the beginning of the movie, you see a young fairy. She fixed the tree by using magic. Her name was Maleficent. She was flying everywhere. She said, "No, don't do." They missed her. The magical creature said good morning to Maleficent. She landed. She asked, "What is the matter?" The fairy were arguing. The other fairy told Maleficent that the guard found a human thief at the pool of jewels. Maleficent flying away, then the fairy said she always in a hurry with her big wings. Maleficent said she is not afraid. She said to him, "Come out." Boy said no to Maleficent, then he could them ugly to look at. Maleficent said that was rude, then she turned around to the guard. Maleficent asked him to come out again. He walked out. Maleficent asked, "Who are you?" The boy said his name was Stefan. She told her name was Maleficent. She said, "You have to give it back." Then he give it back. She throw it in the water back to its home. She has taken Stefan back home. Stefan told where he lived. He lived in a barn. Maleficent said, "You should not come back here, it's not safe." She shake his hand and got burnt by his iron ring. She told him the iron burns fairy. Stefan was sorry. He throw the ring away. He said he like her wings. Stefan came back to see Maleficent. He asked her, "What do you do for fun?" Then he give her a gift. She smiled at him. It was Maleficent's 16th birthday. Stefan give Maleficent a gift. As the years passed, Stefan pulled away from Maleficent to be a king. Maleficent, the stronger of the fairy, rose to become protector of the Moors. She walked on her alone thinking about Stefan. Maleficent was sitting in the tree and saw the king come to destroy the Moors, and she flying down and landed. The king was talking to his army, then she said, "Go no further." The king isn't going to listen to Maleficent. She said to the king, "You are no king to me." Then the guard are helping Maleficent proctor of their homeland. They all run back to the kingdom. In the castle, the king is in bed. Stefan was doing the candle, then he run to the king. Stefan had an idea. He went back to see Maleficent. She landed. She asked him a question: how was life with the humans? Stefan took her wings. It was morning. Maleficent woke up in pain. She was crying and screaming. She lost her wings. Back at the castle, Stefan took the wings to the king. The king was proud of him. Stefan became king. Maleficent tried to get up, so she picked up a stick to make a magic staff to help her walk. She was walking to a secret place. Bird sitting on the wall. Then she used her magic, the bird flying away. It was morning. The man catch the bird. Maleficent saved the bird by turned into the man to save his life. Maleficent said, "Stop complaining." She asked, "What do I call you?" His name was Dyavel. Maleficent said, "I need you to bring me my wings." Then she turned him back into a bird. The bird was watching the castle, then he fly back to Maleficent. Maleficent got so made her magic made a storm in the sky. Maleficent was walking, all of the wall fell down and destroyed. Maleficent made a chair to sit on, all of the magic creatures are so scared. The queen had a baby girl. The bird was listening, then it fly away. Maleficent turned the bird back into a man. He told them about they had a child. Maleficent had idea about going to the grand celebration for a baby. Everyone came to see the king and queen new child. The good fairy fly in to see the baby. They love babies. The fairy got the gift for the baby. The first fairy give the gift of beauty. Second fairy gives her gift to the child. You will never be blue. Third fairy was about to give her gift. Then Maleficent walked in. Maleficent said, well, well, and smile. Maleficent didn't get an invitation. The king said, you're not welcome here. Maleficent was acting like she was upset, then she laughed. Then she said, oh dear, what a awkward situation. Maleficent went, why no to the queen. Maleficent want to give a gift to the child. The king, we don't want your gift. Maleficent used her magic and the fairies went fly backwards and trap in the box. The king is begging Maleficent, she wants him to begging again. Maleficent walked out of the party laughing. Maleficent was sitting down on the chair she made in the homeland. King Stefan give the princess to the fairies to look after. The king send out his soldiers to find Maleficent. She build the walls of her own. Maleficent was laughing. The fairies took the princess to a cottage. They used their magic and grow. She said no question asked, then she said no magic and no flying. They left the baby outside. Maleficent bird found them and told Maleficent. Maleficent was walking and stopped at a window. Maleficent was looking at the baby. She went him the baby smile at Maleficent. She walked away from the window. The baby was crying, then Maleficent was covering her ears. It was too loud for her. Maleficent said it's going to starve with those three looking after it. It was nighttime. The baby was crying. Bird flying in the house and give the princess some food to stop it crying. The baby was looking at the bird. It was morning. The fairies was playing the game. It was raining in the house. It was Maleficent using her magic from outside. Then she went, oh come on, that's funny. King Stefan sent his soldiers again to find Maleficent. She was using her magic to make the wall move to stop them getting through. King is not happy. Then he had an idea of the iron workers. Maleficent was eating some food in the tree, having fun using her magic. The princess was trying to catch the butterfly. Then Maleficent used her magic to save her with her magic. Maleficent went what at the bird. Then the princess saw Maleficent and said hello to her. Maleficent told the child to go away. Go, she said. She said go away again. The princess give her a hug. She went Maleficent to pick her up and then Maleficent pick her up. Maleficent put her down and said go along. Go, go, go. The bird was watching. The bird flying to see the princess, then she was rolling down the grass and growing up. It was snowing. The princess was walking, then Maleficent was watching her. Then the princess saw the wall. Maleficent was walking in the woods. She saw the princess, then the king's men saw something. Maleficent used her magic, then she turned the man into a wolf. The king men are so scared. Maleficent used her magic to stop the king men. He said, "How can you do that to me?" Maleficent said, "You said anything I need." He said, "Not a dog." Maleficent said it was a wolf. Then she turned him back into a bird. He fly away. Maleficent was wondering. She took her in the homeland, then she hide. The princess no Maleficent is behind a tree. Maleficent said she is not afraid. Princess asked her to come out. Maleficent walked out from behind a tree. Maleficent was like, "What?" She asked how. Bird flying, and then Maleficent turned the bird into a human and said his name is Djaval. He said hello to Aurora. Maleficent took the princess back home and tried to reverse her magic off. She said goodnight to her. The king is sitting down. The king was talking to Maleficent wings in the castle. The princess said it was beautiful, then the magic creatures throw mud at the princess. Then the mud at Maleficent, then he laughed. She used her magic and throw mud at him. Maleficent was still watching her in Homeland. She asked, "Does all fairy have wings?" Maleficent told her had wings once, and they were stolen from her. Maleficent walked away. The king heard Maleficent scream. The king woke him up and said, "Go back to work." It was morning. The princess went back to Maleficent homeland. Maleficent was calling from Aurora to come here. Maleficent was going to tell Aurora something. Then she said she understand. Maleficent said, "You can live here now." Maleficent stand up and she was smiling. The prince saw Aurora talking in the woods. The prince scared the princess. She pointed where the castle is. She asked him what your name. The prince said his name was Philip. He asked what was her name. Princess said her name was Aurora. He said hello to her. He said goodbye to her and left her. She asked her, "Will you be back soon?" The bird was watching him. Maleficent went, "Stop doing that." He walked away. Then the fairy said, "We take her back on her birthday." The fairy face is blue. Aurora walked in the house, saying she leaving home, then she dropped the cake. The fairy said, "I think you better sit down." Aurora run out of the to see Maleficent. Maleficent said, "Yes, it is true." She said, "It's that you." Aurora running away from Maleficent upset, she said to the bird, "Find the boy." Aurora went to her father kingdom. He dad locked her in her room. The fairies are back to normal. Aurora found another way out of her bedroom. She was running in the castle. Maleficent found the boy, and she said, "Of course you are." She said she needs a horse. She was looking at the bird. Maleficent was going to the castle to save Aurora life. She try and get to the castle as fast she can. Maleficent made to the castle. The horse stopped. She said, "It's done." Maleficent was going in the castle. She told him not to come in the castle. She said, "I can hear you." Maleficent is walking into a trap inside the castle with the prince. She dropped him on the floor. The fairy opened the door. Maleficent was watching behind in the room. Maleficent was upset. She got out of behind of the bedroom to see Aurora. Aurora woke up. Maleficent was walking downstairs. Maleficent got trapped. Aurora run, and she found Maleficent wings, and the wings fly back to Maleficent. She got them back. I give movie 10 out of 10.